Hello Internet, it's time for another Wednesday serial, and you all know what the big deal this week was. That's right, it was this, but I thought the whole sleeve thing was really stupid once I opened it up and saw this. I mean, look at the cover, it doesn't really give away what's what, so why? That being said, this whole thing made me realize something about some comics that I really like. Overall, I like small team books, and what's really interesting about the Fantastic Four is it's a family book. I mean, all the characters, no matter what happens to them, even when they're separate, when they come back together, it matters, because what affects one affects the rest, because they're with each other. It's not like a team that you can just say peace out on, which was something that kind of really grabbed me in comparison to this gem, Uncanny X-Force number 4, which wraps up the first arc, so 4-issue arc right off the bat. And I will say, I thought X-Force was the better buy this week. I mean, I know it's a big deal with Fantastic Four and everything, but I guess one thing to consider is whereas they're both at the same price point, Mile High apparently is already selling the Fantastic Four issue for $7.99. 'Cause that's super, thank goodness I don't shop there. The thing about the Fantastic Four issue is that, despite everything, there's the one arc that obviously wraps up, but everything else in the book is just pushing forward and didn't resolve, and this was supposed to be a big climatic thing, and it's only partly climatic, which it's not a bad book, but for everything behind it, and the fact that I've now caught up with Hickman's run, and I've been reading it, and I started actually reading the book regularly right before they dropped the bomb that they were going to do this, which is sad because I'm sure somewhere in the sales figures it reflects that, oh, this kid is, buying Fantastic Four, one more seller, and I should probably write Marvel saying, no, it's because Hickman's a good writer and this has been a good book despite all this gunk that's been surrounding this issue, which was, in all honesty, despite the obvious, really just another issue. I would push you, however, to pick up Uncanny X-Force. It's not the greatest thing ever, but the issue is really good, and also in this issue in particular, there's the sense of all these characters that are just working together because they're working together, but they can barely stand each other, and there's just this odd gelling and all these dynamics between the characters. And then the ending to this book actually caught me off guard, which for a mainstream comic book is something I can say has not happened in a long time. And maybe some people definitely saw it coming. I don't know, for everything that it was, I think this book here really deserves a lot more attention than it seems to be getting, because it is solid. The art pulls it from being a damn good comic book to being, honestly, the best X title coming out right now, definitively. Maybe that's not a high bar to jump, but it definitely is one of the best things Marvel's putting out right now. And whereas Fantastic Family, I believe it will be called, I'm sure is going to be good too, it's really just going to be a continuation of what Hickman was doing with these characters, which in a lot of ways is interesting. If you were to take that back and compare it to the only relaunch of a title that I think would be similar, which was when Gail Simone went from Deadpool to Agent X, and in a lot of ways she was just continuing what she was doing despite the death of the title character. Not quite the same, but there's so much tied together that it just felt like one book, and it's impossible to separate the two. And that means renumbering years later just makes it a pain to look for, because people are like, oh, Fantastic Family, and they'll probably be completely lost to half the book. So yeah, that's it for now, but I'm going to hit you soon with another comic review, and there are a few other things in the works, which is part of the reason why I've been kind of wishy-washy on putting these out. So hopefully I'll be able to report to you soon as some of that comes to fruition. Peace.